WEED.TO podcast.
Good afternoon and welcome to another InvestorIdeas.com podcast, looking at cannabis news, stocks to watch, as well as insights from thought leaders and experts. Today we look at announcements from Canopy Growth Corporation, trading on the TSX as WEED, and the New York Stock Exchange as CGC, Pivot Pharmaceuticals Incorporated, trading on the CSE as PVOT, and the OTCQB as PVOTF, CANA Royalty Corporation, also known as Origin House, trading on the CSE as OH and the OTCQX as ORHOF, Can America Brands Corporation, trading on the CSE as CANA and the OTCQB as CNNXF, and Village Farms International Incorporated, trading on the TSX as VFF and the OTCQX as VFFIF. First, looking at Canopy Growth Corporation, who yesterday released its consolidated financial results for the third quarter fiscal 2019, ended December 31st, 2018. Some of the highlights included cannabis shipments totaling 10,000 kilograms in kilogram equivalents, a net income of $74.9 million, including changes in fair values of financial liabilities included in the other incomes, closing the previously announced $5 billion investment by Constellation Brands, expanding to new markets including the United Kingdom and Peru, as well as announcing their intention to establish operations in New York State, marketing the company's entry into the U.S. hemp market, as well as growing the company's intellectual property portfolio to 32 issued patents and over 140 patent applications, covering a range of target areas from technology to genetics to clinical formulations. Next, we look at Pivot Pharmaceuticals Incorporated, who announced that the company has completed the development of a controlled-release transdermal patch system for the delivery of cannabinoids. ThruDermic trademark is a proven technology for penetration through the skin and reaching the bloodstream without altering the skin structure. The patch uses the ThruDermic trademark nanotechnology developed by Dr. Leonard Luria and Dr. Joseph Borowski at Pivot's contract laboratory in Israel. The process entails formulating a nanoparticle in a phospholipid matrix and suspended in a gel. The patch is assembled by coating it with ThruDermic trademark gel containing a cannabinoid for single-use applications. Depending on the formulation, the ThruDermic trademark patch can be designed for quick onset or sustained release presentations. Dr. Joseph Borowski, Pivot's chairman and executive vice president of technology, commented that, "I'm very pleased to add yet another product to Pivot's industry-leading bio-cannabis portfolio. Our competitive advantage is producing consistent products using patented, proven drug delivery systems that result in the formulation of disruptive solutions for the cannabis industry. All our products improve the absorption of cannabinoids into the body, allowing the user better exposure to the natural ingredients that they choose. As the market develops and consumers begin to understand that tropical oils or fish oils are ineffective delivery systems, they will demand consistent, high quality, and effective products. Pivot's products are much more sophisticated than just coconut oil or shea butter mixtures, and they address the fact that the current products on the market lack standardization, appropriate controls, and bioavailability. Pivot has solved these problems by borrowing from the pharma industry playbook. Pivot will manufacture and distribute the ThruDermic trademark transdermal patch through its existing extensive global partnerships where regulations permit." Next, looking at CANA Royalty Corporation, also known as Origin House, a leading North American cannabis products and brands company, who today announced that the company has signed a memorandum of understanding to take over the exclusive distribution of Curvana products across Northern California, thus terminating Curvana's distribution arrangements with other third-party distributors in that region. As part of the MOU, the parties have agreed to explore the transition of distribution in Southern California, subject to fulfillment of mutually acceptable conditions. Curvana is the leading premium vape pen brand in California, currently ranked as the 5th brand in revenue overall in California. Origin House's subsidiary RVR has distributed Curvana branded products since December of 2015 and has historically held non-exclusive distribution rights in Northern California. Through its unique approach in creative engineering, scientific discovery, and manufacturing excellence, Curvana has established itself as the leading premium California cannabis brand with impressive revenue growth year over year, said Afzal Hassan, President and General Counsel at Origin House. As an existing distributor of Curvana branded products in Northern California, we have first-hand insight into the brand's popularity and potential for future success. Through this arrangement, we're expected to reinforce our relationship with Curvana and support its mission of delivering best-in-class cannabis products to California's discerning customers. We're confident that our partnership will form a solid foundation for Carvana's growth trajectory, while offering significant benefits to Origin House shareholders. Looking at CanAmerica Brands Corporation, who announced that on February 14th, it entered into a letter of intent to provide an exclusive license to manufacture and distribute CanAmerica Brands branded CBD-infused products in Europe with Winchester MD Limited. Winchester is a Europe-based arm's-length entity that operates as a revenue-producing online retailer under the brand Hemp Elf and offers a variety of CBD products through its store. Winchester is seeking property in a number of regions in Europe for the new manufacturing facility, which CanAmerica Brands is not required to provide funding for. CanAmerica Brands and Winchester intend to enter into a definitive agreement by April 15th of this year. Under the terms of the letter of intent, CanAmerica Brands will provide Winchester with supplies and equipment in exchange for a per-unit royalty payment that is to be determined in the definitive agreement. The company is excited to expand CanAmerica's brand's reach into Europe and thrilled to be doing so with a partner that has been quickly building a reputation as a provider of high-quality CBD products, said Dan Anglin, CEO and co-founder of CanAmerica Brands. And lastly, we look at Village Farms International Incorporated, who today announced that its common shares have been approved for listing on the NASDAQ Capital Market under the symbol VFF. The initial trading date on the NASDAQ for Village Farms common shares is still to be determined and will be announced when confirmed. Village Farms common shares will continue to be listed and traded on the Toronto Stock Exchange, also under the symbol VFF. Concurrent with the commencement of trading on its common shares on NASDAQ, Village Farms will voluntarily delist its common shares from the OTCQX. Shareholders who have previously traded Village Farms common shares through the OTCQX will now be able to trade those shares through NASDAQ. And in conjunction with the NASDAQ listing, Village Farms common shares will be direct registered system or DRS eligible for the U.S. shareholders. That's all for today's podcast. Podcast is now a certified word trademark on the blockchain through Cognate Incorporated's CM certification. InvestorIdeas.com podcasts are also available on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play Music, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Spreaker, and TuneIn. If you'd like to be a guest or sponsor of this podcast, please contact InvestorIdeas.com. Investor Ideas reminds all listeners to read our disclaimers and disclosures on the InvestorIdeas.com website, and this podcast is not an endorsement to buy products or services or securities. Investors are reminded that all investments involve risk and possible loss of investment. Investor Ideas does not condone the use of cannabis except where permissible by law. Our site does not possess, distribute, or sell cannabis products.